Hello friends. In the last lecture we have learned about quantifiers and quantifier statement. Today we are going to learn about dual of a statement, means how to find dual of given statement. So friends, we know for the word and we use the symbol conjunction, and for word or we use the symbol disjunction. For the dual of the statement, we have only changed conjunction by disjunction and disjunction by conjunction only. Friends, we don't change negation in a given statement, just change conjunction by disjunction and disjunction by conjunction, and also small t by small c. Friends, here small t means tautology and small c means contradiction, and also small c by t only. Okay, means here c means contradiction and t means tautology. Okay, means the proper definition for dual of the statement: if two statements contain logical connectives conjunction and disjunction and letters small c and small t, then they are said to be dual of each other if one of them is obtained from other by interchange, disjunction by conjunction, conjunction by disjunction, and small t by c and c by t. Okay, so friends, let us start exercise 1.3, in which question number 2, write the dual of each of the following. Okay, so let's see this first question here. Only change conjunction by disjunction and disjunction by conjunction. So dual of this statement is given by P as it is. Here disjunction is replaced by conjunction, and Q as it is, conjunction replaced by disjunction, and R as it is. This is the dual of this given statement. Okay friends, now next question here. P conjunction Q conjunction R. So similarly only change conjunction by disjunction. So P change this conjunction by disjunction, Q as it is, again conjunction by disjunction, and R as it is. This is the dual of that given statement second. Okay, now question number 3 here. Let us check only disjunction and conjunction. So replace this disjunction by conjunction and conjunction by disjunction. So here P conjunction Q, replace this conjunction by disjunction, and R conjunction by yes. So this is the dual of these third questions. Now friends, let's see this question number 4. So never change negation, only change disjunction and conjunction. So dual of this given statement is given by P disjunction and this negation of Q as it is. So like this is the negation of this given statement 4. So friends, we try, or all of you try for next examples in that exercise. Now in the last lecture we learned about quantifiers. We know there are two types of quantifiers, and for their exist we satisfied at least one value only. Okay, and for all means for universal quantifier there must all the elements in given set must satisfy that given condition. So let us check this question. Okay friends, here we have given question number first. If A equal to 3, 5, 7, 9 and 11, 12, determine the truth value of each of the following statement. Okay, here question number first, we have given existential quantifiers, means there exists x belongs to a such that x minus 8 equal to 1. So we want to find only one element in the set A which satisfy these conditions. So find x minus 8. Here 3 minus 8 not equal to 1, 5 minus 8 not equal to 1, 7 minus 8 not equal to 1, but this 9 minus 8 equal to 1. Okay, means there exists x equal to 9 which satisfied this condition. It means that we get at least one element which satisfy this condition, and for existential we must find at least one element, and we find this x equal to 9. It means this statement is true. So what is our answer? Given statement is true. Now friends, now check for example number second. What is that? For all means it is universal quantifiers. X belongs to a such that here this x square is given. It is printing mistake in a textbook. It is x square plus x is an even number. It means we have to check for all elements in A satisfy this condition. Okay, so put up x equal to 3 here. So 3 square is 9, 9 plus 3 equal to 12, and 12 is even number, means 3 satisfied that given condition. Now check for 5. So 5 square is 25 plus 5. So 25 plus 5 we get 30, and 30 is even. It means it is also satisfied the given condition. Now for check for 7. So 7 square is 49. 49 plus 7 we get, what we get? 56, and 56 is even. It is also satisfied that condition. Now check for 9. 9 square is 81. 81 plus 9 equal to 90. It is also even numbers, means for 9 it is also true. Now check for 11. 11 square is 121 plus 11. So we get 132, and 132 is also even number. So now we check for the last element in that set, 12 square. 12 square is 144 plus 12. So which is equal to what? 156, and 156 also even number. So friends, for all x belongs to A satisfy this given condition, it means this statement true for all value, means the given statement is true. Understand? You just remember, if we have given existential quantifier, then we find at least one element, and then that statement is true. And for universal quantifier we must prove the given condition for all elements, then the given statement is true. So let us see some another example in this exercise. For same set A there exists, means again existential quantifier such that, again here printing mistake, here x square is less than 0. So we want to find the x square. X square means square of, here each number is less than 0. So let us check. We want to find at least one number, but 3 square is 9, 9 not less than 0, 5 square 25 not less than 0, 7 square 49 which is also not less than 0, 9 square 11 square means 12 square, all the square never less than 0. And we know the one condition for the square of real number always positive, means for all number it is wrong, means this given statement is false, means we can't find one of the element in A such that x square less than 0. It means the given statement is false. Okay, now for here last example, for all x belongs to A, x is a even number, means all the element in that set A is even number. So let us check. This 3 not even, this 5 not even, 7 not even, 9 not even, 11 also not even. Here only 12 is a even number. It means this given set is this given condition or given statement is false, because we have given here universal quantifier, and for universal quantifier must all the elements in that set satisfy this given condition, but here only 12 satisfy this condition. It means this statement also false statement. Okay friends, now we take some examples in this exercise. You must try for remaining example in that exercise 1.3, question number first, and question second. Here we try some examples. You must try remaining examples. So thank you, best luck for remaining example, and if you have some problems then visit this channel for you. Thank you.